Grammy Award-winning recording artist Cardi B, known for her chart-topping hits,
now stands accused of a crime spree that has left a trail of devastation and fear. National rap superstar is on the run after being linked to a series of brutal killings.
And report any sightings immediately.
According to police, the victim,
Cardi B, who's always been a controversial
blog journalist, and most chilling, several female rappers.
If these allegations are true, it will undoubtedly be one of the darkest chapters in music history.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I took that deep into the red, I gone fast. Mirror, mirror, who the baddest bitch? You looking back. I know these bitches in my shadow feel so cold. I don't think these bitches know. I want their heads. I want them for their life. I want them dead. I know they heard a bitch was coming and they scared. I wanna pull the lace fronts off their heads. I want all these bitches dead.
Can't compete with me, I'm not the one. I tell hoes to suck my dick, they put their hair up in a bun. I let these bitches see I should've left these hoes with none. Never smart to be for me, what can I say? These hoes be dumb, just love to die young. Look, the water fountain, put my toes in it. Music I put my soul in it. She ain't my business, these bitches up putting their nose in it. Tell a bitch you better use your head before I come there, put a hole in it like ah. Now she could bow with it. They say, Cardi, you tweaking now. I don't be tweaking up. Bitches be doing shit and I be letting it slide. And I don't be bringing it. Bitches be out here telling lies about me and y'all just be eating it. When I drag it to hell, Cardi, you evil as fuck. She said my name, she getting belt. She think I'm playing, she getting belt. When we go in the store, don't touch nothing, you complain or you getting belt. I got 300 days last year, none of y'all call me up. And the tears that ran down my cheek, your body sorry as fuck. Girl, guess who dropped 1,000, none of it's working. Guess who doing shorts for damn near free and pockets hurting. Guess who make sure that she pay nice when we in person. And guess who done bodied up more bitches than they searching. I'm collecting body bags like they purses. I don't even rap no more, I drive hearses. Bitches got some nerve and then be nervous. Don't tell me, tell customer service. Not for nothing, I'm that bitch. I look good, plus I'm thick. If you get money and you cute, then babe, you basically my twin. You been here since what's poppin', then we basically locked in. You don't see me get knocked down 9 times, still get up 10. They still mad about that Grammy. They still mad that I'm still poppin'. They still mad that they don't play her in the club and I went diamond. Oh, I rebrand it, revamp it, but ain't do nothing. I had another baby. I was pre-clamped, you gotta love it. Niggas tweaking, yup. In front of the world, they do a bitch like that if I'm you. I try to come in peace, they tore me into pieces. Now I gotta R.I.P.
I want their heads. I want them begging for their life. I want them dead. I know they heard a bitch was coming and they scared. I wanna pull the lace fronts off their heads. I want all these bitches dead.
If you not my bitch, you just a bitch, then you a op. If you with that bitch, when I come get her, you gon' die. Red, beam, shot, bah.
I want all these bitches dead. Gone in the seas of peace. No, I won't rest till all these bitches sleep. Lord, give me the strength, cause all these bitches weak. Man, I swear, I want these bitches all dead. Gotta be so begging for their life. You tell me you want me to do the night. I'll do more till everything is right. Been lost with it, I want these bitches all dead. Dead, dead,
Hello, happy Sunday. What is up, everybody? Welcome to my channel, or welcome back to my channel. We're going to cover a couple little things. Oh, sorry about that. Yeah, no one was really live, and then I noticed the B was live, and then I was like, oh, well, let's cover the B a little bit before we get into any other drama, because I was mostly just going to talk some shit about the whole JLR situation with Magnolia. We've got Bullhorn Betty in his corner now, which yesterday and Dolly Vision did play a clip last night of Bullhorn Betty saying what I had said she said last year. Now she didn't say it directly, I guess, about herself. So I guess she was never beat up or cheated on by JLR, but that she had heard from an ex that he was abusive and that he cheats. So it wasn't like a first-hand account from Betty. So now she's kind of going backwards, and she was on Twitter defending him, JLR, saying that he doesn't hit women and that Magnolia did it to herself, which is some bullshit. Because if you've seen the photo, which you can see the photo, and I'm actually going to, it's on Twitter, and it's for educational purposes, because even when I was talking about it, I was like, what's the first thing people are going to say? Did she do this to herself? And the police report to me was enough. Hey, Paula. The police report to me was definitely enough. But then along with the police report came a photo as well. So, and then that led into people playing some audio of Dolly being pretty aggressive. Now it was mostly verbal, and then taking some photos of his girlfriend, currently PJ, goes by PJ Vision on YouTube. And I guess she's claiming that they're photos when she had a tooth infection. People are now saying that that's not to the contrary. It's Dolly got handsy with her. The only difference is that, with the Magnolia and JLR situation, there's police reports behind it. It's not he said, she said bullshit, really. It's more of the police that I'm going by, and what you see in the police report, that makes me, support her and be like, okay, she was clearly a victim in this. People can be questionable all day long and still be abuse victims. But, hearing the audio, I think it was the Queen Bee, the one that you listened to, William. I was listening to her a little bit earlier because she was talking about Dolly. And I've supported both of them, JLR and Dolly, as a viewer, as a fellow content creator, as someone who stepped away from true crime but still really enjoys it and does cover it time to time, and seeing these channels that kind of started out after me or around the same time as me, with Dolly Vision is around the same time as me, that he started, that at least came to my radar. And he was definitely under like 10K at the time. And like 2021, 2022, I think it was 2021, because around Summer Wells, all of that stuff. And then JLR, same thing. He came out a little later, like the end of 2021, came from TikTok, the Gabby Petito case with Bullhorn Betty and Molly Leyland, them all screaming together out there. They all, besides Molly, who already had a channel, they all went from TikTok to now doing YouTube back then. So they were relatively brand new channels, right? Bullhorn Betty, JLR, and of course that clearly they have surpassed me as far as doing true crime and building a community around that. And, I just, as a mother of little ones, don't have the time to keep up like they do. So it's mad respect, no hate, no jealousy, nothing like that. It's cool to see some of them blow up the way they have. But with more subscribers, more problems, right? So we're going to watch a little bit of everything kind of surrounding them. But the Bee was live, or the Bee is live, and she's covering Jen, of fucking course. Like, what is new? I know I made my post last night. It's because I get frustrated. I woke up, I saw Jen live, and I'm like, oh, Jesus fucking Christ. She's asking people and Googling what projection is. And, and I'm saying this all with love, okay? As much love as I can give Jen. When I get mad at her, it comes from a place of like, I don't want my friends looking stupid. You know what I mean? Or it's like, if you say you're going to get offline for a little while, or at least pretend to. And I guess if you go live in the middle of the night or early morning, that's kind of pretending to. But the main thing that I don't get about her is that it's just going to prompt these bitches, especially Jules, majorly Jules, to go live about it. You know what I mean? And it's just revamp, because it's like you put in the ether or into the universe that you're getting off for mental health and yada yada yada. And you just, these vulture ass bitches are of course going to cover her and have something to say. So I figured we'd watch that a little bit. We're gonna go a little behind because, you know, fair use reasons and stuff. And unlike Jules, I don't play people's full lives. But she had mentioned, like, she, like, earlier in life, she was, my phone, of course it's going off now. Buzzing like a road trip. Like, what does that even mean? High school to retirement, skipping all the best parts. So, what was it going to say about Jen? So, there's two options. We can either put a 1 in the chat if you want me to play some stuff I have on JLR. I'm going to do both, or put 2 in the chat if I should start with the B covering Jen. 1 in the chat for JLR and Dolly drama. 2 in the chat for Jen Bailey being covered by Jen, or being covered by what's her face? Fuck. Right. We'll give you. Fucking muted. Okay. So this is a compilation of JLR. Damn it. I also have a TikTok compilation of him with the whole Nancy Guthrie case. It's got me questioning my sanity. Don't know if you guys heard that, but we're definitely going to listen in to both. So let's start with this.
Threatening people are threatening my neighbor because of your stupid shit on the phone. How's your neighbor?
Big trouble for tampering with mail belonging to James Holmes. We found him bragging about it online, and we asked the feds about it. They suspect fraud and confirm they're investigating where the suspect's mail may be going now. Reported James Holmes had ammunition and tactical gear sent to his apartment in Aurora. But now someone else, hundreds of miles away, may be getting his mail. That's this man, who was just released from federal prison in April after serving 10 years for wire fraud. His name is Jonathan Lee Riches. He's notorious for filing thousands of bogus lawsuits against celebrities.
Civil complaint in the case of Riches v. Beckham. A civil complaint entitled "Conspiracy" for a temporary. This is a civil complaint action pursuant to violation of the Langham Act of. Boy, this got handwriting. Copyright infringement, race crimes, I think, soccer kickbacks, fraud, identity theft, treason, and piracy.
Treason.
Comes now the plaintiff, John Lee Riches, moves to court. The defendants.
You failed to point out that this is copyrighted.
Yeah. Okay, so he's trying to. He's making a civil complaint against, I believe, David Beckham. A mega conspiracy. Sorry. Article 1. A mega conspiracy with Beckham and Major League Soccer. Beckham uses soccer balls that slight precision guided. British agents James Bond and Pakistani intelligence sit hands with a remote.
They have filed this motions in the Holmes case too. This week, we noticed Riches posted this Facebook photo of a mag addressed to Holmes. The yellow mail forwarding address in Pennsylvania where Riches lives. We contacted postal inspectors about it. They checked it out and told 9 Wants to Know they think the stickers are real. There is now a criminal investigation.
Complaint filed. Oh, thank you. Complaint filed against David at all.
All right, that's right. I don't know who the fuck these people are, and I frankly don't care.
Holmes and appears to be quite obsessed with the suspect.
Anyone who knows who James Holmes is, I can't keep up with all of this stuff, so I have absolutely no idea who the fuck it is. It's 4:20 in Louisiana time. Smoke it if you got it, and if you can't. Let me see, who's James? Probably some political person. Okay, no, that's not who it is. James Holmes, it looks like it is because the orange-haired guy that was in court that we saw a picture of. He's a mass murderer, James Egan Holmes.
Lee Riches. And I'm with my friend James Holmes. Look, he's going upside down. But that's not the issue. Look where we're at. Wow, what is this?
It's a McDonald's?
Oh my God.
Of course, I would know. We know where that is. No, I'm just kidding. If you know, you know. This is all I eat. This is what I survive on. I like eat in the back and just eat McRibs all day. And trust me, they have them year round. They just don't. No, I'm just kidding.
James, what do you want? Is this McDonald's?
Yes.
Hello,
sir. Me
James.
and my friend. I'm with my friend James here. James, what would you like to eat, James? James is interested in getting a bunch of weapons. You don't sell that, do you? What about?
Okay, so basically JLR was an Omega troll before he became the big true crime guy that he is. He was in jail for fraud, wiretapping, stealing money, did 10 years. In the 10 years that he was there, he was suing everybody outside their upside down, right side forward. Seems like he kind of continued doing it once he got out. And then he had this obsession with this James Holmes guy. And James Holmes is the 2012 Aurora theater shooter who killed 12 people and injured 70 others. I believe that was like the Batman premiere video back in 2012. He had a known criminal background before the shooting occurred. Before the shooting, Holmes booby-trapped his apartment with explosives, which were defused one day after by a bomb squad. He was born in San Diego. His dad is a mathematician scientist with degrees from Stanford, Berkeley. His mom's a nurse. He had a younger sister. He had DAR families, basically Daughters of the Revolution. They came over on the Mayflower, and thus he has some English ancestry. Okay, blah, blah, blah. This is just going backwards. According to Holmes, during his childhood, he would frighten of what he called nail ghosts. They would hammer his walls at night. Holmes saw a social worker named Margaret Roth once before she sent him to a psychiatrist. Holmes was depressed and obsessed with killing for over a decade. Despite these issues, Holmes graduated from high school in 2006, completed a bachelor's degree from the University of California, Riverside in 2010. He decided to pursue a graduate degree in neuroscience at the University of Colorado and moved to Aurora. In Aurora, Holmes lives in Paris Street in a one-bedroom apartment building with other students involved in health studies at the University of Colorado. Excuse me, I'm going to cough. Hold on. Better be hitting a dab in my honor. Sounds amazing. I haven't dabbed in forever. I'm gonna have like a whole smorgasbord like dabs. I'm gonna have a newborn baby that I'm probably breastfeeding, so I don't know. Soon after I get out of, obviously it's not gonna be like that day, but it'll be shortly after that. We will have a pump and dump night. Trust me. Once this baby comes, and I will do it live on Go Fuck. Maybe we'll do it on Rumble. I don't know. Anyway, so this Holmes guy was just crazy, but also crazy smart. He was the Aurora shooter back in 2012, and Jonathan Lee Riches was obsessed with him. Why, I don't know. But he's going here and asking McDonald's if they will sell him guns.
What do you want, James? What other gas? Do you serve mustard gas? Okay, well,
this is a grown-ass adult.
How about Coors Light?
No.
All right. Fine. We'll take our business elsewhere. Peace be with you.
With these people again that I don't give a shit about.
Is innocent.
So this is what I've been seeing on some videos, that he's got like this person's face on a freaking doll.
Is innocent.
That's normal behavior, right? I don't know if this is the same person. I really don't know. We're not going to go into all of the lore.
I haven't worked with posts.
All right, what am I posting? What am I posting?
Right,
Post a picture of my wife, and it had your name on it.
Okay, it's not concerned. I'm
You're
not
a
here
jackass,
for you.
Dude.
Okay, thank you.
Because what you're doing, I have a 19.
I don't want provocation. I don't want provocation.
But you're causing it on the internet.
Listen, if you don't like it,
I don't like it.
then contact Twitter.
Like, why are you being a jackass?
What do you
You're
mean?
not doing anything.
This is what I said on Twitter. This is exactly what I said on Twitter.
So this is what he said. What happened to missing 38-year-old Sarah Dreyer in Riverview, Florida, vanished on afternoon of 4/10. Earlier that same morning, judge denied her petition against her neighbor. Domestic issue, Hillsborough County Watch. And then got a YouTube Live. His YouTube Live. This is April 19th. I don't know from what year. So this is a missing woman, Sarah Dreyer from Florida. JLR is from Florida. So he's out there reporting on true crime, and I don't know exactly what he was doing. But let's fast rewind just a little bit. See if there's any more contacts. Because it went from the guy on the doll to this. And I'm like, okay. So there's the guy on the doll at the graveyard.
Hey.
So yeah, it had something to do with the same guy, that killer at the graveyard.
You need to watch the post.
Excuse me?
There's real people's lives at stake here. I haven't worked for 3 days because people post.
All right, what am I
ignorant
posting?
Stuff.
What am I posting?
Post a picture of my wife, and it had your name on it.
Okay, it's not concerned. I'm not here for you.
Jackass, dude.
Okay, thank you.
Because what you're doing, I have a 19.
I don't want provocation. I don't want provocation.
Okay, so I mean, this is where it's like I don't really know the story. This is where I would probably defend JLR because he's out there, boots on the ground. He's trying to do good. Got a missing woman. The husband comes out. This came from Wispy. You weren't here when I said I was like, we're playing some of Wispy. Wispy made a compilation of JLR stuff, and then I have a more recent compilation of like some stuff to do with Nancy from TikTok. I'm watching this TikTok shit, and I'm like, bro, Like, if you put JLR's face next to the fucking masked guy in front of Nancy Guthrie's house, bro. You know how everyone was saying it had some sort of femininity to it? JLR has some femininity to him. You know, like I said, he's a really nice guy and all that stuff. Most people that get crazy physically usually have a very warm and inviting persona. That's how they get people. But he also, like, I think was gay for the stay, basically. Dolly Vision was talking about him doing some weird ass shit with a Coke bottle that I'm not even going to look up that video. Not even. Yeah, that's a whole other, if we get to that subject, definitely get to that. The kids are, their dad's taking them out to the arcade in a little bit for my eldest son's birthday. Mommy gets to stay at home because mommy went out for the last 2 days and I'm exhausted due to this pregnancy. And plus, I'll just slow them down. They just like to run around. They don't care if I'm at the arcade or not. If anything, like I said, I'll just put a damper on it, being like, you barely fucking walk. But the Duggar shit is wild. It really makes you wonder what happened to those children growing up. And of course, I've been getting some intel on that through, well, hate channels of Katie Joy without a crystal ball, but without a crystal ball because she is the go-to Duggar information. So
Positive on the internet. Listen, if you don't like it,
I don't like it.
then contact Twitter.
Like, why are you being a jackass?
What do
You're
you
not
mean?
doing anything.
This is what I said on Twitter. This is exactly what I said on Twitter.
The following is a statement, along with footage from a neighbor of the Laundries during the Gabby Petito case.
Right, what is that? Hold on. Hi, my name is Angelo Zappacosta, and I was arrested for pushing and yelling at Jonathan Lee Riches, a known felon on probation and a fraudster. He has filed thousands of unwarranted lawsuits. He came on our property without permission and proceeded to take pictures and videos, again without permission. He and his cohort, I think it's Bullhorn Betty, then proceeded, I don't know if it's Bullhorn Betty, but I'm just assuming, proceeded to our front window, which was out of view of the cameras, and tried to peep in our home with his phone. When I was told what he was doing from a neighbor and saw the footage, I immediately went to the Northport Police Department and reported him and asked for a no trespass order to be issued to him. I told the officer that he would be outside Brian Laundrie's house from 7 a.m. to 7 p.m., yelling on his bullhorn just like every day for the past 2 weeks. They never did anything. The next day, I spoke to another police officer and requested that they issue him a no trespass order. Still nothing, even though the police had a strong police presence in our neighborhood, sometimes only a few yards away from Jonathan and his bullhorn during those 3 days between when I reported him to when I finally got frustrated and confronted him myself. This man, Jonathan Lee Riches, has been posing around the neighborhood as a private detective hired by Gabby's parents and a news reporter.
You want my property? You gonna pay a woman? Is that what you're about to do? I'm telling you. I'm gonna tell you, motherfucker. You're getting arrested, pal. You ain't no fucking sleuth. You can sit here all you want with your microphone. I don't care. But you come on my fucking property.
I knew it. I knew it. Bullhorn Betty was his cohort. I knew it. Look at this pussy ass just like, you know, he's shitting his pants right now. Hold on. Damn, this guy's pissed. I mean, why were they and the neighbors putting the phones up to their windows? That's fucking weird. Because I remember, from what I remember, like most of the neighbors of the laundries were like anti-laundry and were like giving people information. So, weird. Anyways, let's listen and get yelled at.
I'm gonna tell you, motherfucker. You're getting arrested, pal. You ain't no fucking sleuth. You can sit here all you want with your megaphone. I don't care. But you come on my fucking property again, I'm gonna fucking beat your ass.
You're going to prison, buddy.
Okay?
You're going to prison. You're going to prison. Call 911. You're going to prison.
Mollywop him. Mollywop him.
You're to prison.
This ain't you.
You're going.
This ain't you on my motherfucking property.
It's weird to see Jonathan Lee Riches without his media shit. This was like prior to like all the media shit. William Jen doesn't know anything about Heather G. At all. Jen can't keep up with any of these reality stars. The only person in this community that knows anything would be Jules. Jules has covered her and people that run with Jules, but I mean, I know loosely of her. I follow it. I've seen that they've been covering her, and I'm just kind of like, ugh. I mean, she's mentally ill with schizophrenia, you know, so it's kind of like I have a family member with schizophrenia, and I can only imagine if they were homeless, and I would never let it get to that point. But she's crazy. I remember when Jules was covering her and she was pregnant, and yeah, she didn't get to keep that baby.
Shut up, bitch!
Oh, Jesus.
You
Jesus.
want my motherfucking property? Shut up, bitch! Shut up, bitch! No! That's
What is that, a phone or a gun? In Florida is fucking crazy, bro. Like, come on, JLR, punch him in the nose. Like, no. No way. No. I don't think so.
you right there!
Oh, there he's walking up. Betty and her umbrella. I wonder if they were dating prior to the Gabby stuff. I wonder if they knew each other prior to the Gabby stuff. Because they seem very familiar, you know, and this is right. This is like early in the Gabby stuff, a couple weeks in, he said. And why are they walking by the neighbors like this? It's so weird. What is he doing? What vest is he wearing? A Girl Scout vest? Like, what is that? A Boy Scout, Girl Scout vest? Why do you have to Fred Durst it to get closer to the house? I don't understand. Like, I was pissed. What's she doing? Where is this in conjunction to where the laundries are, I wonder? She walking up with a pizza?
I'm not into that. You're making assumptions, dude. I don't want no problems. See you later.
Now we're back to this.
Yeah, see you later.
Now we're back to this lady whose husband who was missing. He was posting stuff on Twitter, X, and this is the husband and someone. This guy in very questionable orange shorts is showing way too much, man.
He wants to stay here and record. Do what he wants to do. He can. Okay.
Have a great day.
Welcome to Florida. Now, I think because, and I know for a fact that because of Bullhorn Betty, Molly, all of them out there at the laundries, that at least the area where Northport is, where the laundries live, they passed ordinances to where you cannot protest outside of homes anymore like that. So, I mean, it wasn't just that neighbor that was, you know, done, but a lot of neighbors to where, you know, they passed a whole ordinance. I mean, they did the same thing though here in Tucson in the Catalinas with the Nancy Guthrie stuff. They passed the ordinance basically to keep the cars out of there. I know. After saying pretty much that he was, which is confusing. I mean, or she has to at least like explain herself, like, oh, well, I think his ex was lying, or if it turns out, you know, where I got that intel was false intel or something. Because, you know, I thought it was like a firsthand like knowledge, like he beat her up or like they were dating and he cheated on her. But it seems more like she got the knowledge from a third party. So now, for whatever reason, she's negating that knowledge and saying that he would never hit anybody, blah, 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 blah. Again, it'd be like someone like me who has also assault charges on my record. Defending someone about assault is just not going to read well. It's not at all. She should just stay out of it. But
guys, I think these guys attempted to come down to try to intimidate me or try to, because they're mad that I posted something on Twitter.
Sandy Hook mass shooting hopes.
A little bit of it. Anyway, so tell about that whole thing of
Yeah, so Sandy Hook, basically I went up there, you know, with my own parody and mockery videos and produced a lot of videos. As far as the memorial, the Sandy Hook, I actually went up to the memorial and I noticed a lot of cameras are all over the place. So I actually was texting and communicating with a lot of my friends saying, hey, look, do you see me live on TV right now? Because the cameras were rolling. Every media outlet in the world was up there. And some people were saying, actually, they were seeing me, believe it or not. And I don't know what footage. I guess it was the local affiliates out of New York City, the ABC and the NBC out of New York City.
See, again, a lot of this I knew of. There was a Sandy Hook. So it says on December 17th, Richards posted a video on YouTube depicting his trip to Newtown 3 days later after the shooting that left 20 first graders and 6 staff members dead on the Sandy Hook Elementary School, at the Sandy Hook Elementary School. In the video, Richards is seen attempting to reach...
But then I decided to get on my knees and start praying. At
the home of the gunman, Adam Lanza, but is prevented by a police blockade. The videos also show Richards speaking to dolls with the faces of Adam Lanza and his brother Ryan. So now he replaced the faces of the dolls from that Holmes kid to the Lanza brothers attached. Early in the video, Richards refers to the dolls as his friends, Ryan and Adam Lanza. What the fuck?
that point, while I was praying on knees, I could hear the snapshot.
Again, I've seen that video, didn't know whose faces were on the dolls, saw that he was able to get by some blockade, didn't know the context of it. What the fuck?
Camera snapshot me. So I thought, okay, let me just wing this. So I just pretend I was crying. And I started crying and going hysterical, and the cameras are rolling. I get up from the memorial, and this one media journalist comes up to me and goes, "Sir, you're very emotional here. What's going on?" And then at that point, I just winged it. I'm Jonathan Lanza, uncle of the shooter, Adam Lanza. At this point, by identifying myself as Jonathan Lanza, then I started getting flooded like cockroaches. Everybody, all media started swarming me, wanting an interview and asking me my take, and I just winged it. And, I basically said I was with Adam Lanza 2 weeks prior. We had a barbecue. Everything was fine. It had to be the medication.
What
it had
is
to
with
be
the beans
banana.
and the fucking Amish beard? Like, what's going on? It's a very weird look.
And so on and so on. At that point,
He looks like Amish Aaron Carter or some shit. Like, what the fuck?
I started getting worried, a little scared, because I was getting overwhelmed, and I'm not used to media coverage like that.
This is what the federal government subjects me to. I was a perfectly clean-cut white boy, and then the federal government destroyed my life. More or less, they put me in prison for a non-violent crime, served 125 months illegally, was subjected to solitary confinements and force feedings. Now look where I'm living. This is what I'm subjected to.
Does he have a beard? Like it's a lot. Oh, that's amazing. I was younger when that happened, but I remember it was terrible before I had children. And I remember things like Sandy Hook are a big reason why my kids were homeschooled for so long. Every day they go to school, I question it. It's scary for me. I don't like public school, and it's mainly because I come from the generation, of I was in high school when Columbine happened, and stuff. And it's kind of really, I don't think it started with Columbine, but definitely these huge shootings it definitely didn't end with them. So prayers to all the families of all the children lost in school shootings. It's a fucking epidemic here, man. And it really only happens in the States.
Take a look.
I did hear that too.
That's what I'm living in.
It's more of an Amish beard, though. I guess could be Muslim.
Aggravated.
So is he wearing like a fucking burqa?
And I can't accept the fact.
Is it is that a scarf or a burqa for his mutton chops? Like, I'm confused.
That this happened to me in my life.
All right, and I'm going to share the link to that video because Wispy True Crime, or is it? I don't know if it's just Wispy, but she's good. I like her. So let me find. So after watching all this crazy shit, now he commits a violent crime. Well, That's what I'm starting to question, man, because let me see. So I have like 11-minute video that compilation of TikToks that I put together concerning JLR, more around the Nancy Guthrie stuff, and I'm like, what the fuck is going on? Okay. But yes, also the violent crime of beating his girlfriend up. But I'm almost on the fence that he have something to do with Nancy Guthrie, just because sometimes. Let me reshare my compilation here. Yeah, that's all old footage. So now these are like more recent things that I found on TikTok that I was like, okay, I need to save these and share these because blowing my mind. So I am screaming at the top of my lungs, Jonathan. Well, he's gonna say
Screaming at the top of my lungs.
he's gonna
Jonathan Lee Riches from JLR. Investigate.
Bro. Like minus like the fake fucking mustache. And like, okay. Is anyone else seeing it? Am I crazy? Am I losing my fucking mind? So this is obviously the Nancy suspect outside of her house with the camera, putting stuff on the camera. Now, I've always said it looked like a female wearing some sort of skin mask, like a latex mask underneath. But, I mean,
who is on the front lines of the Nancy Guthrie case needs investigated. Please watch this and share this.
Or investigate. And I'm thinking, I don't necessarily, I don't promote him. I just don't like him. Content creating is a small world. I'm not about bashing anybody because I don't want to be bashed, right? That's not how you make.
It's kind of how it works, but not always. But I feel you. I feel you. That's how I used to think. And then I was getting bashed anyways. And I was like, let's go.
Likes and views. Just listen to
me. Wait, hold on.
For the ones of you that follow him, please.
Stop popping out.
Content creating is a small world. I'm not about bashing anybody because I don't want to be bashed, right? Like that's not how you make likes and views. Just listen to me. For the ones of you that follow him, please don't knee jerk respond to me. Hear me, okay? Let me tell you how God protects you. I'm in Southeast Louisiana. This is where the Cajun Navy was created during the 2016 flood. These people are real and they're good people. Now they're under the name of United Cajun Navy. Well, they put a post out about JLR investigates Jonathan Lee Riches. He made a big deal about it on YouTube, or I wouldn't have known about it. I don't watch that much YouTube, TikTok. I just don't. This is what they said about him. Not what I'm saying, what they said. Let me read it to you. Please share. Good morning, everyone. We're going to start our expose with the guy everyone has been warning us about. Jonathan Lee Riches investigates. He goes by JLR, which apparently stands for Just Lies Repeatedly. JLR is a convicted felon who spent multiple stretches of hard time in prison, one of which the charges were attempted kidnapping of a kid who JLR claimed to be their uncle. He showed up to one of our early searches for Sebastian, not to assist, but to live stream it for his YouTube channel. He didn't have any interest in helping. He was just trying to get views and make money off of a missing child. When he was asked to either help or leave, he became very combative and threatened one of our volunteers. So our incident commander informed him that he either had to vacate the search or law enforcement would be called. Into his background, we determined that someone with his past and with his current medications he is on, he is to be considered armed and dangerous, and we no longer would tolerate him at any of our events. Law enforcement has been watching him for a while, and they told us to immediately alert them if JLR was seen within 100 yards of a school. After that, he went on several psychotropic-induced rants about United Cajun Navy, spreading demonstrably false information about our organization, leaders, and volunteers. We know that he can also help. We know that he also had help and was fed some of this false information from some rival organizations who try to fundraise using names similar to ours. We will deal with those groups later. JLR spent a couple of weeks terrorizing the people of Sumner County, but he has now fled to another location because he found out law enforcement was looking for him. We know where he is currently, but we will not share his location because he does not wish to be because we don't wish to be responsible for his personal safety. He's enough of a danger to himself. JLR spent a couple of weeks, I read that, sorry. JLR suffers severe mental issues and has not been in touch with reality for quite some time. If any of our followers encounter JLR, do not approach him in any way. He is armed and dangerous with an extremely violent criminal history. He will be dealt with legally and sent either back to prison or to a mental health facility where he can hopefully get the help he needs, whichever the judge determines. Okay, so he posted that. JLR posted that. Don't get mad at me. I'm just reporting. So he posts that on his YouTube channel. So it caught my attention because it had the name Cajun Navy. I'm in Cajun country. So I'm like, what's going on with this? I know these people. We deal with them during storms here. Solid group of people. Now, it's now grown. Like my husband goes, I thought the Cajun Navy was just South Louisiana. I'm like, what?
So I remember this, and I remember, again, it's so weird because it's like, so Jules, you are watching Evesy's chat. Here's a fuck you from me. My chat? Okay, well, hi. So what was I saying? The Cajun Navy, I always thought it was a very legitimate group. They're kind of like, God, what's the other name of the other search group that goes out with like horses, and they're like from Texas, and they go into Tennessee. Either way, both are very reputable, but it's weird because Dolly and JLR don't like each other really. Got Dolly over here talking about JLR, and then people coming at Dolly, and Dolly kind of backed JLR up on saying that the Cajun Navy was actually the ones that were being like scammy out there. But most people say the opposite. So it's weird that, but I know that they're a very reputable, like search, like party type organization. And they left the whole Sebastian Rogers situation because of JLR. Like they were out there to help, and they were getting heckled by him and shit. And now Dolly said that he was out there too, and that he could contest or could attest for what JLR was saying, that they were out there just, basically not really searching, just kind of like being scammers. And don't go quote me. I don't know exactly what he said, but to that effect, you know what I mean? That basically he was pro JLR on that side. And so them leaving was more of because they didn't want to be exposed rather than because they were being hassled. Either way, it's all a lot of fuck shit. And JLR looks like the fucking Nancy Guthrie fucking, like, I'm sorry, but no, this could be a fucking reach. I don't know. I'm just saying it looks like it's very.
Who is JLR investigates who stands at 5 feet 10 inches tall and has a tattoo on his right wrist.
Yeah, with Trump, baby. 9/11 was an inside job. Wait, who is that? Wait. Hold on. Isn't this guy missing right now? Is that the guy? Hold on a second. Hold on. There's like an alien guy that's missing right now, and he just like up and disappeared. And like no one's talking about it. A UFO general vanishes. FBI agent breaks silence about disappearance of William Neal McCaslin. That looks like him. Let me see. Is it him? I can't tell. I mean, does this look like the same guy? This is the guy that's missing. Rocket scientist, Air Force general linked to UFOs vanished under similar strange. He vanished out of New Mexico. It says the U.S. Senate is reporting. Is that the same guy? Like, the glasses are a little different, but of course you can update your glasses. Hold on, we're lagging. It doesn't say who that is. That's so weird. But it looks like him. Like, it really looks like him, right? And you can leave and go kidnap that motherfucker after he left Nancy's? Like, what the fuck is going on? Assalamualaikum or whatever the fuck. Jesus. There's him and his two buddies. Like, that is beyond. Like, one thing to, like, be like, this doll is Amesy. This doll is Jen. This guy's taping pictures of faces to dolls. That just takes it. That's when it really, that's like, I don't like that beard. Now he's wearing a oh my God. He's got a Jews for Trump thing and he's wearing a yarmulke in this picture. But then he was pretending to be Muslim. Oh, there you go. Oh my God. Is he Jewish? Oh, maybe he is Jewish. I don't know. Never good when you have an actual puppet.
I would hope a suspect in the Nancy Guthrie case.
Put up a good dog fight. I'm a pit bull. Roof, roof, I'll take you to school. You didn't think I'd get your login, fool. Rule of thumb. If you act dumb, Jonathan Bridges will have his fun. Yo. This is some shit you need to know. Jonathan Bridges will never go. His internet tricks will never quit. It's time for you to get a grip and handle this scandalous
Oh,
way
is it
of
because
playing.
Hobby is
Start
in here?
playing.
Is she watching my channel because Hobby is in here? Wow, you're that popular, man. Roar and baby roar. Dinosaurs in the chat. We got someone's attention. I thought it was my Jonathan Lee Rich's content. No, just kidding.
Thinking of a way for your Facebook not to go away. Good night. You can put up a good dog fight. I'm a pit bull. Roof, roof, I'll take you to school. You didn't think I'd get your login, fool.
This motherfucker's sitting outside of a missing person's house. Any missing person's house. I know, like I said, that he was a nice guy. I always give him a lot of accolades for all his boots on the ground work, but it doesn't mean that you're not a crazy motherfucker. It looks like he just honed his crazy in on, like, you know, kind of geeking out on these cases, which I was always like, well, good for him, you know. But this is what it wasn't honed in, I guess. I don't know. Like,
rule of thumb. If you act dumb, Jonathan Bridges will have his fun.
To learn more, watch my other videos.
Yeah. Okay, so he's gonna eat like a whole box of laxatives here. I don't know what the point of that is, but I just saw from the bottom feeders. Thank you for the update, guys. Jules midstream says, "Oh, AMZ has a full house of 11 people watching, And then they continue to say, ABC isn't bothering you, but that's what you do. Throw little dicks at everyone. That's why people don't like you. You're a busybody. Nosy butt neighbor with everyone tells their kids, don't go in her yard. She'll call the popo. Right? All the kids are afraid of her. Like the evil fucking lady in E5 or whatever the fuck her apartment number is. Like, oh, I have a busy, I could just, switch over to just playing her live stream and talking shit. Like, should we do that instead? Should we give Paula what she wanted? Fucking mosquito. I hate the desert. Should we? Do you want to watch? I mean, him and Adam Lanza back there, or whoever the fuck he's got on that all this time. He did eat this whole pack. So we're going to mute it for a second because I don't want to hear this. He ate a whole pack of laxatives, bro. Like, what? Is this the content this is what he used to do for views? Is this what I should do? Will this get me more viewers, Jules? The thing is that, what's fun about my new streaming software? It doesn't tell me how many people are watching. Maybe it does somewhere, but I don't know yet where. So I don't really care, nor am I like counting viewers. As long as I have cool people in the chat and I'm chilling, I'm okay with it being 10 people. Like, no one in this community is making any money off of the view count. Trust me. You got to be making at least like thousands, tens of thousands, if not hundreds of thousands of views to be making anything on YouTube based off of your view count. Or how many people are in your chat. Right. And it's about quality people. She has probably only double the amount of people in her chat that I have, though. Like, how many active chatters do you have right now, Jules? Let's see. Well, we watch fucking, what's his face? Pound fucking laxatives. Oh, you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So you have less active chatters in your chat, Jules, than I have viewers. That's kind of sad when you have, let's see, how many people are watching you right now? 157 people watching and 10 people are chatting. Do you know the kind of numbers that is? That's fucking your entire fucking algorithm up. So, yes, quantity or quality over quantity over here. He just ate 25.
It's been over an hour now. We'll see. Thank you.
You'll know when
James Holmes, by the way.
Thank you for calling the Chester County.
This is fucking crazy. So that is the James Holmes guy. Again, the mass murderer of the Aurora Theater shooting. Like, it's his buddy. I guess this is prior to him becoming friends with her buddy. He must have been real excited when he got a real friend, huh? Did she just walk around her umbrella, like, hang out with her new friend? Like, now she's defending him.
Hospital Emergency Department. If you have a medical emergency, please hang up and dial 911. If you are calling for medical advice, please contact your family physician, as we are not permitted to give medical advice on the telephone. If you do not have a family doctor and feel you need to seek medical attention, you are welcome to come to our emergency department. If you are calling about a family member or have been seen in the emergency room in the past 24 hours, please stay on the line. Thank you.
We'll see if they can help me. Don't know. We'll see how the American healthcare system works in this country. Hi, I have a question, ma'am. My name is Jonathan Lee Riches. I was having problems using the bathroom, and I took 25 laxatives all at once. Is my health in danger? Jonathan Lee Riches. And this is what happens when you take too many laxatives.
No. Oh, no. No. All right, let's go here. Jonathan
Lee Riches of JLR. Investigate. Eyes don't lie, but people do. Search his name in AI and see what it tells you.
I literally smell the bathroom. I'm not even. Happened years ago.
This is Jonathan Lee Riches from JLR Investigates. You know, the guy that's been on the front line in the Nancy Guthrie disappearance. This man has a long rap sheet. He's been to prison at least twice, spending over 13 years there. He's filed 2,600 frivolous lawsuits against celebrities, committed wire fraud, impersonates people, and I heard it mentioned that an investigator noticed a tattoo on the right wrist of the guy on the porch. Woohoo, there's the tattoo. Look at the eyes. Look at the goddamn eyes. It's the same guy, and he's connected to Trump. And I know I'm right. And pay attention.
Well, what do you guys think? Do you think that Jonathan Lee Riches actually is the one up there taking these people, or at least he finally snapped and decided, I don't know, man. He is definitely a douche. Definitely. Let's see here. Well, now the chat has moved on to John Yates trying to make a name for himself with the death of a child, is what they're saying. Okay, I do not understand for the life of me these people who do not think that it is a good thing to put air and put wind in a story of a child dying. Even if people have it wrong, shouldn't they want them to figure? Shouldn't the parents want to know what happened to their child? Like, if my kid had passed away suddenly out of multiple fractions, like multiple things that are wrong with their body, I would be like killing people to know what the fuck happened. Like, I don't get it. It's like, we're just supposed to let people just be like, the baby died, move on. It's so fucking weird. Yes, that was a contemplation, a compilation of different stuff from TikTok. So now let me see here. We'll get to the B, but I do want to show. Well, let's see. Dude, why are you so annoying? Go into my account. I don't want to log in twice. Ugh. X is really annoying. Oh my god, I give up. Guess I was logged into the other browser. But here, let's see. Hold on. Let me just look at Dolly's for a second here. People who defend Lita will burn right next to her. John Yates is live currently with that title. And I kind of agree with him. Like, if you're defending her, like, outright, you don't know what happened. I would not defend her, just like I would not be defending JLR right now. Like, I wouldn't be defending any of that. And who knew AI people get sick? I'm getting highly distracted. Hold on. Where the hell is the thumbnail? So annoying. I know I watched it last night. Oh, so annoying. Hold on. So here. All right. So just sharing. I'm not playing her stream, but I am just going to share because she's showing Dolly Visions. So this is Queen Bee's channel. I'll put her link in the thing. Oh, this wrong bee. Never mind. Hold on. God damn it. I just saw buzzing and clicked on her ass. Wrong B. Like, but this was his thumbnail from last night. Now it's juxtaposed with Queen Bee's stuff over it. But for the most part, this down here on the bottom right, that's Magnolia. And that is what the picture looks like. That was a part of the police report. It is basically, she has a severely bruised eye. And then I guess her nose looking straight ahead was very much crooked. And there was like a red mark by the crown of her, or at the top of her nose, like the crown, that the police officer said signifies typically that a nose is broken. So, I mean, this was his like backdrop and thumbnail last night. I was watching this. I mean, they were laughing mostly at Betty rather than like Magnolia getting, being in this situation. It was still a little uncouth, but it is what it is. Of course, it's YouTube. We're not here to be fucking angels, right? But yeah, even as a cartoon covered with Queen Bee's logo, you could still see that is a big ass bruise on someone's face. Like, seriously. Horrible. Thank you. I'm so sick of people assuming on either side. Shamesy, sometimes Reddit likes you. I don't know if they like me, but they definitely don't like me. Like, which I'll take it. I will take it. And then that led to, hold on a second. This post by PJ, hold on, which is Dolly's girlfriend. So they were also kind of addressing this, and this is kind of where I'll leave it at, and I will give my opinion on it because, like I said, I've liked both content creators. I've known PJ since 2019. She was in, I think we met in like UniRock's chat or Discord, but I've known of PJ for a very long time. So she put this post up yesterday. It says, I have to make sure everyone knows that these pictures shared here and the ones that sent privately being used against me, they are from 2023, nothing recent. Thank you for all the love and support, and thanks for the ones that dislike me silently. PSA attention, bully, hate, pretend, advocate, ex-prison people. I have bad teeth, and I've always had bad teeth issues. And I even commented on this post and was like, me too, girl, come down to fucking Tucson with your boyfriend next time. We'll go down to Nogales and get them worked on together because it's way cheaper. And good and reputable. Pictures from the week my tooth became infected. I had to be removed. To the day in the hospital, I am not ashamed, nor have I ever been. Now find something else to harass me with. Losers, pics included, how it started versus in the ER. So these are the pictures she posted. I guess she had shared this privately with someone, showing like she was in tooth pain and she was all swollen up. And I've had a tooth infection where I kind of have pudgy cheeks, so it probably didn't look as dramatic as it did here. But I've had a pretty bad tooth before, where it's gotten swollen, and it kind of happens out of nowhere. You know what I mean? It kind of, I get where she's coming from, and people are trying to say, however, that this is not a tooth infection, that Dolly like punched her in the face, and that's where these came from. And basically, that's how they're being used against her. This is her in the ER the day that she's going to have the tooth out. Again, I've had a pretty swollen tooth, but what the difference between this and what's going on with JLR and Magnolia is that there is a police report attached. And it's not person versus person, or, this couple has domestic violence issues and they're covering it up versus this couple did as well. And now it's out there. It's just kind of dirty that people are using that against her. Molly Golightly was live about it and had some opinions where she thought it was, not a tooth, but unless you've really had a tooth infection like that, it kind of comes out of nowhere, almost like you got hit in the fucking mouth. I'm not gonna lie, and I'm not just like taking up for anyone. I'm being honest. I did not have good teeth Most of them were in the back. A lot of them are gone. Luckily, I still have my front teeth, for the most part, but I do have a couple failed root canals that, like, soon coming here, like, I do need to have them out, especially with all this. Pregnancy really takes a toll on your teeth. And so, like, with throwing up and, just heartburn and a whole bunch of things that come along with pregnancy, it also makes your bones less dense. So I guess it opens you up to more cavities when you're pregnant because your teeth are, like, more spongy like than normal. I don't know the exact science behind it, but something to that effect. And thank God for me that it is mostly affected the teeth in the back. But I do have 2 like failed root canals that the only way to really deal with them now is to have them pulled. And honestly, like, root canals are, like, I believe they're a scam because I have never had a success in my life, and I've probably had at least 5 or 6 of them. So it always saved the tooth temporarily, never enough to where it saved it for, like, I'm in my very early 40s. I'm 41, and most of my root canals I had in my late 20s, like early 30s, and 10 years later they're already, like, gonna have to have the tooth pulled. Plus, they do harbor a lot of, like, supposed micro, like, parasites is what I've heard, like millions. That grosses me the fuck out. I want them out as soon as possible. But once that happens, I mean, I have a very noticeable gap, like, on the side of my mouth. So, I am gonna look into getting, like, a partial or something like that. So I totally get where she's coming from, and I've been there and had it blow up out of nowhere, and your whole face is fucked. You know what I mean? Like, it does happen like that, and it does kind of look like someone punched you. Feels like someone punched you too. The only thing you don't have is you don't have a huge honking fucking bruise. Did he really? Okay. So we'll get to the B eventually, because I mean, honestly, there's just better tea out there than her covering Jen. I'm not gonna lie. I'm just there's so much beyond this that I've been watching them. So yes, I know who White Boy Rap Radio is. I don't know why I said rap because there's a P in there instead of an O. White Boy Radio. And he had someone on yesterday sharing DMs that he apparently shared with her. It's wild. Okay, we need to find that. So let's go to White Boy Radio really quick. We'll come back to you, Fat B. Don't worry. We'll get my numbers up. Don't worry, Jules. I'd rather wait till she ends it to cover her, though, because I just... Was it his... Okay, 2 hours ago, 1 day ago, denial of girls has to stop JLR survivor Dolly DV claims. I don't know if it's tweeting the fucking baby. I guess one of them is fresh locks cut perfectly, and one's from fucking, I don't know, ugly groceries, and it's pieces of... No one fucking cares. Anyway, sorry. Is it Chroma Reels that's been covering Dolly and all of them? Because that's where I was watching the clip about Molly talking about them. And then I also saw on Queen Bee's, also, I think it was like the Chroma Reels, there's some chick named Cassie that he was like hooking up with down here in fucking Tucson. That was fucking quick. Like, that's crazy. I was like, damn, he really can't keep it in his pants, can he? And he ain't even that cute. What are these cute black girls seeing him? I don't know. Talk about some busted ass. The message. So this is the messages between Dolly, allegedly Dolly Vision, and again, I have no issue with Dolly Vision. I have no dog in this fight. Drama is drama, and I'm gonna report on it. So fuck it. Like, I can find you entertaining and still find you to be a dirtbag. I mean, you can be both. You know what I mean? Was he the nicest guy? No, he was not. He wasn't super unfriendly. He seemed more shy to me than anything, like a loner. And he does say that he's a loner. But I've seen him, he got arrested in Georgia during the Leilani Simon, like, protesting for like getting handsy with a female that had like, I don't know if she had a bullhorn in his face or something, but I mean he didn't mollywop her or anything, but he definitely grabbed the bullhorn abruptly from her and like kind of like rustled up, you know, he didn't rough her up, but he was like, you know what I mean? He was gruff, all right? He was gruff. And then what Queen Bee was playing earlier, it sounded just like him, and it sounded, I mean, he's a good old boy from fucking Georgia/Virginia. Like, it'd be more surprising if he, you know, I'd be more surprised if he wasn't being like sort of physically violent with, I mean, it's unfortunate, but I'm not saying like you can be from anywhere and be a fucking dirtbag. Just saying. He's trying to act like he's this like super nice guy, and it's like I can tell auras, and the weird thing is like JLR had a really good aura about him, and maybe this shows that I am attracted to toxic people. I don't know, but he was a really nice guy, really open to talking to people, really like friendly. And then Dolly was like, he was nice. He said hi. He hugged Christy. I didn't know him like that, so I'm not gonna walk up and hug somebody. That's not my thing. But she, you know, she used to be on like his panels back when he first started doing like the Turtle Island stuff. I don't know if you know who Dolly Vision is, but if you've ever watched him, he did this like offshoot thing, kind of like Survivor, but with different YouTubers. It was more just for fun and shits and giggles. But she used to come up on true crime stuff and speak up on his panel back in the day when she was still Stone Gator. And so she kind of knew him, I guess. She's bought Dolly soap. She has little mini turtles in her house that she got sent from PJ and him. So, you know, she knew him better than that. I'm not walking up and hugging him. But, you know, he pulls up, he's put on a corn t-shirt. I'm like, is he really put on a corn t-shirt? And then he's like walking around Nancy's. I mean, he was friendly. He asked me what we thought. I told him about my conspiracy theory angle, and he's, you know, told me he's really into conspiracy theories. You know, really nice, you know, but then that was really it. You know, it's like, then we walked by him a couple of times. He was in his own little world, whereas JLR, every time we walk by him, he's like waving and like giving a what's up. And so it's kind of weird. It did land him in jail. Was it for a few hours? It might have been overnight even. It might not have been a full night. I think he got out like early morning or something, I remember. I remember that. He got out, he had this whole like, his intro used to have like a big old clip of him coming out of the jail and like waving at people. It's funny because now he'd be talking about how like, you know, Bullhorn Betty and Molly and JLR and all of them, Olivia, they were all filming like outside of going live. They were like trying to like get a reality show. And you never saw any, I mean, it's totally believable looking back on it. Like, okay, that makes sense. You know, Molly comes from reality TV. Wife swap, it totally makes sense. When he came out of that jail, though, in Georgia, it seemed like he was shooting for a reality TV show, too, though. Was it that night? Okay. I remember either the sun going down or the sun coming up, something like that. I think Molly bailed him out. I think. Not 100% sure. But anyways, okay, so before we begin, this video was created by AI for storytelling and entertainment. It is a parody based on publicly shared content, commentary, interpretation. Some scenes are dramatized for creative effect. Do not take it so seriously, but also pay attention. Fair use in all of this. This is from Chroma Reels. I will share the link after we play the video. And these are allegedly the messages with the girl from Tucson. Yeah.
It started with a message. Not just any message. A message. The kind you read twice just to make sure your mind isn't playing tricks on you. Soft spring day, May 4th, 2022. Lounging in my school through Messenger.
I don't like this.
I'm gonna be in Roanoke in about 30 minutes. Send me your address. Simple words, but they hit like a jolt of electricity. Dolly vision, the rebel I've been teasing for weeks. Coming in the flesh, 30 minutes away. Finger faster than my heartbeat. Send the address.
This pretty black girl's gonna stop fucking with this weird looking white boy. I'm just saying. I'm sorry.
Into my red car,
It's always the pretty like mixed girls with the fucking weirdo looking white guys. I'm sorry.
bullet of excitement, speeding at Walmart. Steaks, sides, something sweet. If the night were really I was heavy with anticipation.
Hey, Keith.
Be nervous, what I heard, what he smelled like.
Hey, steaks looking weird.
Would we click or would the spell break? Cash, you call my grand biggest secret. Back home, kitchen, my stage. Garlic by the steak, holy trinity. Every sprinkle, a silent wish for perfection. Brother drops.
What the fuck is this? Like a song made out of the video? I don't get it.
Perfect for.
What the fuck? It started with the messages, the first installment in a cinematic storytelling series of blending music narratives, visual narratives, and creative interpretation. The message captures the anticipation, emotion, and illusion of the moment. Felt electric before reality had its say. Told through AI-generated visuals and original music, this piece explores how quickly a single interaction can spark something powerful and something unpredictable. This is not just a story, it's a perspective. Disclaimer, this video is creative work using AI generation, blah, 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 blah. This is part one of a multi-part visual and musical series exploring themes. Can't you just put the fucking video or the messages? All right, hold on a second. Hold on. All right, let's go to White Boy Radio for a second. We're going to watch him commentate on him and his live stream about this whole thing. I tried to see if I can find that message on Queen Bee's live about who that Sierra was and how she was down here in Tucson.
Friend of JLR.
Allegedly.
So she gives it to BHB. I'm going to play this clip in a minute. BHB says what had happened is JLR, he's not abusive. Nope, never happened. I don't even believe Magnolia. And I don't know why PJ sent that to me. Oh, I have the clip. But let's have a history lesson. I remember BHB saying that JLR almost trolled two people to death. I remember her posting that he's a devil. And when he's on camera, he's fake as fuck. Just like that clip I showed you where he says he cares about domestic violence victims. I remember BHB having a different story. I remember BHB telling Magnolia that I know that you're sucking him off behind the Chili's.
Damn. Wasn't fucking Jay for Justice supposed to be sucking him off at a Chili's too? Like I remember when Bill Hornbatty said that about Jay for Justice. I like the exact same thing. Why is he always getting head at Chili's? And this is the link to White Boy Radio's live that we're watching, just in case you guys want to go sub up and watch him. He's informative. I like him. I've always liked his content. Again, don't know him personally. Can't say I like know nothing about him personally. Just like these other guys that I watch in this sectors of YouTube drama and YouTube drama and all that stuff. Hold on.
Oh, I have it all. But let's get the timeline straight. I'm over here putting this awareness out on PJ and Dolly. PJ does not like the amount of views that I've gotten, probably the comments, and she's been having epic freakouts. I'm showing you what she's reporting.
I'll be honest with you. I don't think PJ likes me very much, and that's okay. I don't think she hates me, but she don't like me. I'll comment on her shit, and I'll notice that people around my comment will get hearts from her, but I won't. Whatever. When Dolly was first coming out here, I was like, hey, if you want, I could understand why she might be a little like standoffish about it, but I'm fucking pregnant, so I would assume no one's trying to hit on my ass. So I was like trying to be like a safe person, like, hey, if you need help, that way to kind of like, I'd be like, I'll keep an eye on your man, like, so he don't cheat on you. But she should have probably taken me up on it since he was meeting up with someone else out here. But maybe that's why he's standoffish. Maybe he's afraid his girlfriend was gonna find out. You know what I mean? Maybe he's afraid of getting his. I don't know. Just go for the food, please. Right? Chili's parking lot is canceled. So is 7-Eleven and Circle K. If you know, you know.
She then tries to leak this stuff.
This guy's got a whole ass pack, man. Like, I would kill to have one of those. Not kill. I mean, they're pricey though. It's not cheap to have one of those motherfuckers that work.
JLR to Betty, because let's keep it real. Timelines, patterns, and behaviors. Dolly was only going to Arizona to try to fill the gap and grift off subscribers because JLR left. Let's keep it a buck. And they want to take the situation to smear JLR to gain followers. When in all reality, they're both abusers. They both are abusers.
Allegedly.
Okay, both domestic violence.
Allegedly, in his opinion. I don't know if Dolly has any actual charges on his name, but allegedly, in his opinion.
Pictures of beating up women. So they leak it to Bullhorn Betty. I'll play the clip here a second. And then Bullhorn Betty does the same thing that PJ does. PJ gives it to. So we have the receipts of what Bullhorn Betty originally said about JLR, but we all know, let's keep it a buck, that she was always jealous of Magnolia. She was always jealous of Magnolia, right?
Oh, yeah.
She was always very bitter of Magnolia. So now when the heat's
it wasn't just Magnolia.
What does Betty do?
She was jealous of anybody that was close to JLR. She did not like J for Justice. I think JLR and J for Justice have known each other because she's also from Florida. Prior to the Gabby Petito stuff and stuff like that. And then once they started doing the boots on the ground, I remember Jay was like, using some of their content, much like she does with JLR now. Because JLR was her friend, and he was like, that's cool. And Bullhead Betty was like, we all strike your ass, bitch. Or she did strike her. I don't remember exactly what happened. But I remember somewhere down the line, like, she said that Jay for Justice was like sucking him off in a fucking Chili's parking lot too, or maybe she said it in Chili's itself. I don't know, but I'd rather meet friends than not subscribers. It was fun meeting up with other YouTubers in a sense, but then it was also very lackluster because they were so snobby. Bullhorn Betty called Magnolia a homewrecker. That's hilarious. See, I had heard the JLR threaten Betty, like, if you ever tell anyone that we're together, I'll kill you or something. I don't know. That's one of these people have said that along the lines. Probably was Dolly that I heard it from. Not 100%, but probably, and I would say for the most part, like, the public didn't know that they were like hooking up or anything. I mean, I guess you could have like assumed, like, I guess I kind of always like wondered, but like, I didn't know. Until she started flipping out about Magnolia. And I think might have been the same time she was attacking Jay for Justice again, like later on. But it's wild that and I got to find, where's the Twitter where I should have taken note or a better photo. Let me see if I have a screenshot of it where she's defending him. And I'm just like, I need to start screenshotting shit again because I always mean to and then I don't do it. Oh, I did get it, I think. Yeah, because I sent it to my a friend that I know that knows her and talks to her, and I was like, "Is this bitch for real?" I was like pissed off. They never answered me back. They're probably like, "I'm not getting into this." And I'm like, "Are you kidding me right now?" Like, she's literally like taking up for him after she basically is one of the people that put him on blast for being abusive, allegedly. So yes, I have a picture of her. Let me send it to myself of her on Twitter taking up for him. And then let me try to get into Twitter really quick. Because if I can get that picture of Magnolia, it's like once you see it, you're like, there's no way she did this to herself. I'm sorry, but there really isn't. There's no way. Okay. Yay, I was able to get back in. Got it. Leave me alone. That's nerdy_addict. And he tweets a lot. I don't even remember where the fucking post was. Probably gonna have to send that screenshot to myself as well. Anyways, let's see. Hold on. Your iCloud storage is full. Okay. Thank you for that. Oh, you know what? I have that on here. All right. Any day now. All right. So this is where Bullhorn Betty says, this was yesterday, he doesn't hit women. And this is replying to New York Post and at Colin Lauren. But the New York Post covered it. And it says, we're all going to probably find out that she did it to herself to set them up because she was being dumped. Just my opinion. JMO. Like, for real, Betty? Like, seriously? You just need to stick to fucking Truth Social or whatever the fuck it's called. Like, you really need to stay off of... Let me see here. Downloads. What did I save it under? I know I saved it under like mags, documents, pictures, desktop. There we go. Here they are. And so this was shared by Nerdy Addict. Let me just... I don't know how to share this actually because it's not a tab. Give me a second. Let me see. Share, image, upload from device, show all files, and then mags. Hold on. So under pictures or desktop. And I mean, after seeing her say some shit like that, it's like you kind of have to see this. But again, this was shared publicly. She was aware that Nerdy Addict is sharing the stuff and was signing his praises because she didn't know when to speak on it. But so that is the bruise to her eye. That is allegedly from that incident on Christmas of this past year, 2025, allegedly inflicted onto her by JLR. This is what the cops saw. This is what the cops took photos of. This is what they wrote in the police report that they witnessed that made me believe, okay, this really happened. I don't know how the fuck someone could do this themselves unless they hit themselves in the face with a brick. Like, and like hard. Okay, the only thing I can think of is like Scream 4, like Emma Robertson like running into the walls and slamming herself into tables. I do not see anyone being able to inflict this kind of injury on themselves whatsoever. And then the other image, give me one more second here, is more of her nose close up, where you can see like the bridge is really red. And the only two pictures that were shared were these, so it doesn't give like a picture of her straight up to show that her nose is crooked. I haven't seen it myself. Like the photos from the police report, I just saw them shared by Nerdy Addict. Hide. And then that's more of the injury to her nose, where you can see the yellowing is kind of going around the bridge, and it's red, and supposedly it was crooked. So I do not see in any way, shape, or form how you could inflict this kind of damage to yourself. And again, that is the only reason why I'm showing it, is for educational purposes. Again, if you find yourself in any sort of situation that's like this, you can obviously dial 911, but you can also text 88788, and that is the National Domestic Violence Hotline. Text begin to 8878. And then all that information can be found here at thehotline.org, which is the National Domestic Violence Hotline. I was going to post this yesterday and forgot to. So definitely, and again, if you find yourself in any situation or you just need to reach them, you can also text begin to 88788 for the National Hotline to speak to someone. And honestly, it's tragic. It really, this is some real serious deviant to placate it anyway and say like, oh, she did it to herself. Like, the fuck, Betty? Like, it's always these internet women that are just setting us all back fucking 50 fucking years to 1950 or fucking 70 years. You're setting us back in that 70 years to the 50s, where a girl's got a big old bruise on her honker in her fucking face, and you're just like, put some glasses on, and like, she did it to herself. Like, what'd she do? Like, what the fuck? You should be questioning any DV person, I did say with the whole like Dakota thing and the Taylor Frankie Paul thing, like, if he had moved away from the child while she was throwing shit at him, like, the child wouldn't have been in the harm's way. But, at the end of the day, she's the one throwing the fucking chairs. Like, she's the one that's being aggressive. You know what I mean? Same thing with like the Amber Portwood and her baby daddy. Like, he went and picked the baby up and took it to the room with them while the baby was sleeping in the nursery, completely out of range of their argument. And these men go towards the children. I mean, not a good idea. But TV is horrible. And, it should never be, belittled by any means, or like made light of by any means. And to say that someone did it themselves, that kind of bruising, I really don't think so. And that's why I went and looked for it. I saw someone was sharing it, and I was like, okay, well, let me go. If it's on Twitter, I'll go look on Twitter. I'm not going to dig through the police reports to find a picture of her injured. But if it's on Twitter, like, let me go look at it. And I think I don't know, I couldn't find it. He posts a lot. So back to White Boy Radio. I just like his style. He's very entertaining.
The same thing PJ does, cover up for the abuser, right? And she tries to put out that he's not abusive. Problem with that is we have a lot of receipts of you saying different, right? So this is what
I didn't know that.
And I'm bringing this up, and I'm going to show you all this because I keep seeing morons in the comments. A lot of people on Twitter try to deny this entire thing in altogether, right? The homeboy Nerdy Addict, he's been doing a lot of awareness on Twitter. I've been friends with Nerdy for years. I cannot tell you how many people have tried to break up me being cool with him, friendly with him. Don't do it. It's not happening. I'll karate chop it. I like Nerdy. He's always been cool to me. We've always, I see something in him. I understand his struggle with substances. He posts about his life story. You don't have to love him. You don't have to hate him. But I like people with receipts. And that's what the hell he's been bringing in this situation. So shout out to Nerdy. And I'll karate chop that, man. I like Nerdy. No. And I'm telling you, it's happened a million times. Let me get to these comments because I have been ignoring it, and we will roll the receipts. I'm going to show you a new survivor that you.
Okay, I want to see these receipts. So let me see. Okay, so what is these? He's got. Oh, he's got the Sierra messages. I only have 14 minutes left because I even though I upgraded, it's like a basic package. So I'm gonna have to start another stream after this, and then we'll cover the B then. I'll probably take a little lunch break, and the kids are just now left with their dad. So I'm gonna take like a 30-minute break in between lives, and then I'll go live and probably start with the B, and then we'll end with more of this or something like that. But we got Sierra Queen Pin Clark was last night talking that shit, but then he deleted it or edited it down, and now he's live talking more shit that he'll probably edit down. He said Magnolia hit herself. He's up there laughing about he'll take custody of the dog. He's a piece of shit. Can I say she sent the pictures? Yeah, you can. I already have. Oh, what is this about? Okay, I'm so confused. I should have I got Russian because I got the little timer coming.
All the receipts. I think that's what we'll do. So I got the picture of PJ getting. I'm on my Twitter right now. Here's my messages. I'm going to Sierra. You're not going to read all of our.
Okay, so if anyone knows who Sierra is, let me know. I thought Sierra was the girl down here in Tucson, but I could be wrong. We're going to figure it out, though, because I'm much more interested in this drama. I mean, this is not only drama. It kind of like, it's on the fence. Like, I want to bring awareness to someone who I've sang praises for. If they're out here breaking people's noses and faces like that, I don't want that person covering a true crime case. I mean, I can't stop JLR from covering Anti-Gun 3, but it's dirty. It's gross. And if he comes out here, I very much will JLR the fuck out of him and walk over there and be like, hey, buddy, can we talk about Magnolia? And if he doesn't want to talk about it, he can get the fuck off the street, not me. So he probably wants to stay the fuck out of Tucson.
Messages, but what I will do is scroll up here. Matter of fact, I will drop the link, Mama. Give me 1 second. I'll scroll up here.
He was here hella quick, though. Like, I know it's like a far shot to say that JLR is the face from that fucking, you know what I mean, what those TikToks were saying, but okay, can you go away? 20 minutes, 8 seconds in. Okay. We're about right there. All right, perfect. Thank you. The little timer was blocking your comment. My bad.
What picture?
I got it right now. It's loading way too long. I'll go back there in a second.
Like,
give me a minute.
Internet. I feel you. Fox is wrong, man, in Idaho case.
Oh, fuck. Okay, she just sent it again. She just sent it again. Come on, you McDonald's Wi-Fi.
You know it's funny,
right? Fucking McDonald's Wi-Fi is always letting us down over here.
I do that.
Send it again, Sierra.
It's true.
Why that's loading, man?
If I said that, everyone would believe it too. They'd be like, Amesy said she's streaming in McDonald's. Someone go tell Jules real quick. Amesy just said that she used the McDonald's Wi-Fi for her stream. William, make a sock account.
Wi-Fi. Here, we'll just do
I
it
knew
like
it.
Make
I
this very
fucking
easy.
knew it.
So the person who sent this,
okay, those are the pictures I was showing you.
who gave that to me, was Sierra. Now, Sierra, I would, if you would like to come on here and talk about it.
Now, the way Molly Golightly was talking about it, she was like, she looks way too sad in those photos for this to be a toothache picture. Now, first of all, again, I've been hit both by a guy in the mouth, never in the face to where my whole face swole up like that, but I have been hit in the mouth. I do have a chipped front tooth because of it, which recently the bonding fell off and it's like more obvious now. I'm like, fun, love pregnancy. But I mean, it's been like that since I first got pregnant because I was getting sick, and then I was like, oh, I think my bonding came off my tooth. Anyways, sorry, enough about me puking and being pregnant. But we're definitely going to do a part 2 because I've got less than 10 minutes left, and I want to continue on this. But I want to play the Chroma Clips part of Molly Golightly where she's like, girl, you can't tell me that was a toothache. You look sad. You look like you've been crying. So it could have been both. I mean, and again, this is all alleged and just me giving an opinion, but sometimes if you already have a bad tooth and something were to hit your face, it can cause the infection obviously to spread. But again, there's no bruising. There was no police report. It's a lot different than the JLR situation. Okay. So while this is like he said, she said versus he said, she said, the one major difference here before I end this and go on to part 2 in 30 minutes is there's no police report. You know, for whatever reason, if there was domestic violence there, PJ did not report it. And again, I'm not saying that there was. I'm just saying I don't have a dog in the fight. None of that. I'm just saying if there was, we don't have a police report to go off of. And that's the only thing I'm really going off on with the Magnolia thing. Because if it was a case of he said, she said, then there'd be a lot more people that would be on like Bullhorn Betty's side, be like, yeah, she probably did it to herself, you know, or you know, if she was the one that broke this and not Nerdy Addict and she put everything on herself, even with the police report. But let's say she didn't have a police report. She just came to the internet like a lot of fucking people do instead of going to the police or what they should do legally. And she's just like, he hit me. It's like, but this is a little different. But his entire stream is a worthy look-see. All right. Well, we have literally 7 minutes left of this live stream. So I'm going to end this one, set up the next part 2 for 30 minutes from now. And I will see you guys very soon. Let me see.